Hello guys, and today I'm finally teaching you how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Now I'm going to explain the sides. First things first, I want to explain that the center is always going to be the center, no matter where it is. The corners, exact same. Always corners, and the little sides are always going to be the same. Now here's the names for the sides. We have the top, front, right, left, bottom, and middle, which is the middle one. First thing is mix up the Rubik's Cube. For the first solve, we are going to be solving the daisy. The first step to solving a Rubik's Cube is find the daisy. Like a classic daisy, you have a yellow center, which there will always be a yellow center, white petals. The white petals are going to be the sides. Now you're going to put this white side up on one of these three sides. So you're going to move the front right, going to bring the middle right, and we're just going to bring the front left. And there it is. Now we have two petals and the daisy. Now you are going to look for your other two white sides. So here's a white side, and here's where I can bring it. So you're going to move the front to the left. And here's another white side, and here's the last spot. So we're going to bring it to the left. And there you have the daisy. For solve 2, we are going to be finding the white cross. To find the white cross, yellow is always going to be opposite from white. Red center is always going to be opposite from orange. And the green center is always going to be opposite from the blue center. So you really want to remember that. You have this white side, and you have a color underneath it. You have this white side and a color. Each one is different and its own color. So you are going to bring the green over to the green center, and you are just going to flip it all the way around so it's facing the white side. So now you have one white side for the white cross. Now you're going to do the same exact thing for the last three sides. So here's the white side, here's the red underneath the white side. You're going to match it up to the correct color center. So it's red, so I'm going to bring it to the red, and I'm going to flip it all the way around so it's on the white side. So now we almost have our white cross. And I'm going to do the same to the other twos. Here's the white, orange, orange. Flip it all the way around. Here's the blue, the petal with the blue. That's not correct, so you want to bring it to the blue center. And now you're going to flip that all the way around. That is a very important step for later on, so you have to remember to match it up. And now you have the white cross. Now we are going to solve the white corners, also known as the top row. The white corners, also known as the top row. First thing we're going to do is find a white right here, because the only white left over has to go in the corners. So here's a corner, not an edge, it's a corner, and here's white. Now, as you can see, next to the white, the same corner, there is blue and orange. And up here, we have our green center and red center. So we're going to move this over to the blue and orange center. Here's blue, and here's orange. Now, to move this corner up to the top, it's going to be this pattern, which you will repeat however many times to get it to the top. You're going to bring the right side, down, bottom, left, right side, up, and the bottom to the right. And you are going, and see, now I only did that once, but it went into the right spot. And you can do it however many times as long as you have the correct corner underneath the correct spot. You can just repeat that pattern and it will eventually fix itself. So now, let's see. I have the red and blue already. I don't have the green and red, so we're going to look for the green and red corner. It's right here, so we're going to bring it down, right down, bottom to the left, right back up, and bottom back to the right. And there we have it. We have our top layer and all the whites. Those corners solved very easily, so now I'm going to show you the same exact technique to solve maybe a little longer corner. So we are going to be finding the orange and the green corner. We look for the white. There it is. We're going to bring it beneath where we want it to go. Right there. Now, since we have the green, orange, and white in the right spot, orange, green, white, now we're going to start the pattern. So you bring the right down, bottom to the left, right up, and bottom back to the right. Now you might think, wait, Sierra, it's not solved. If you just keep repeating that pattern, it will eventually solve itself and you don't need to stress. It might seem like forever, but it will get there. So right down, bottom to the left, right up, bottom to the right. And now if you just keep repeating this, there we go. See, now it's solved. Now you have the complete top row and all the whites. Now we are going to be solving the second row. In the very first solve in the beginning, when we were doing the daisy, I mentioned that these two have to match before you flip it over to solve the white cross. This is a very, very important step. So now you have this little T right here. Super important, because now we are going to be solving the second row. To solve the second row, you have to solve the sides. All of these sides. Now, I'm going to show you how to solve them. So you are going to take your Rubik's Cube and face it the white down. So you are looking at the bottom. This is all going to be yellow in the end, right? So you don't want to have any yellow on these sides. So to solve the bottom, you are going to find one of these sides. To solve the bottom, you are going to find one of these sides without any yellow. So this side has yellow. This side has yellow. This side also has yellow, so we can't use any of those because those are going to go on the bottom. But this side doesn't have any yellow. So now we are going to hold our Rubik's Cube kind of like this. A white facing front and the yellow facing towards us, the yellow center. We are going to take this edge. This is going to be our first solve. We are going to bring this over to the orange middle to make a big T, just like that. So we have a big orange T. Now we are going to try to put this side over into this side because this is orange and green and we want to put it in the orange and green spot right there. Now to do that, we are going to go like this. You are going to bring the front to the left. Bring the bottom to the right down, and you are going to bring the center to the right. And now you are going to bring the right back up. And as you can see, uh-oh, what's happened? Now we have to fix the white. So this is super easy to fix. All you do is bring the left up. You're going to bring the bottom row to the right to get that out of the way. Bring this row down, and you're just going to push the bottom row back to the left and put it back in place. Now, as you can see, we have solved the orange and the green in this side. So there you go. Now you have your first side. Now we are going to go back down to the bottom and look for one of the sides without any yellow. So this has yellow, this has yellow, this has yellow, but this one doesn't. So we are going to make sure it matches up with the big T. So it does. And now we are going to be putting this one, let's see, it's blue and red, blue and red. So we're going to be putting it in this side. Now, for this one to go into this side, you are going to reverse it all. You are going to bring the face to the right, the bottom to the left down, and the center to the left. And you bring the left back up. And now you're going to go back and fix your white. So you'll bring your right up, bottom to the right. You'll bring this center column down and bring the bottom back. And then you just fix it like that. And now we have, where was it? There it is. Now we have solved that. Now you just repeat that to all the other sides. Find the bottom, the yellow bottom. Look for the sides with no yellow, which is this guy. Bring him over to the orange big T. There it is. Since we have this guy already, he is going to orange and blue. Orange and blue is going to go in this corner. We're going to bring the face to the right, the bottom to the left down, the middle to the left, and the left back up. And now we're going to go back up and fix our white. Always fix your white. And there we go. Look, we got all that solved so far. Just one more corner. Now, you're going to go to the bottom and you're going to look for the same exact thing, but you're going to realize, wait a second, all of my bottom sides have yellow in them. What do I do now? And if you look up here, this is basically just flipped around. So what you're going to do is basically the exact same thing. It doesn't matter which side is making it because we can't make the big T. So we are just basically swapping these two so we can do it correctly. Front to the left, bottom to the right, right down, middle to the right, and then right up, and fix the white. Now, when you go back down, you have it down here. So now you can just repeat the same, put it in the right corner, not so it's flipped. So you just do that again. And there you go. Congratulations, you have solved the first 2 rows. Now we are going to be solving the last row. The last row is going to be split up in 4 steps. First step, the yellow cross. Now you should have your first 2 rows and top layer finished. Now we are going to be moving on to the very bottom row. So flip it around so you're looking down so the bottom is facing the table or your lap. The first step to solving the last row is we are going to be making a yellow cross. Now to find the yellow cross, you are going to end up with different patterns once you get to this last row. There might be a yellow center, you might see this pattern, there might be a yellow across, or there might be one like this. There are going to be so many different ways, but you are just going to use the same exact pattern to get to the yellow cross. Now, I'm going to explain something. If you have a yellow center, you can hold the Rubik's Cube whichever way you're facing to do the pattern. If you have a line of yellows, you are going to hold it like this. Not the line like this, but like this. If you have a little box like this, you're going to hold it exactly like this. So the box is on the right side, the little clear different color in the right corner. So we have the box. Now I'm going to explain the pattern. You're going to take the front to the right up, the top to the left, the right down, the top to the right, and the front back to the left. Now it gave me a different pattern. So you are just going to keep repeating this pattern until you have your yellow cross. Now remember, since I have yellows in this row, I am going to hold it like this. It can be either way, just not like this. So I'm going to hold it like this and repeat the same pattern. Front to the right, right up, the top to the left, right down, top to the right, and front to the left. Now we have our yellow cross. Step 5.1, match the sides. Once you have your yellow cross, for our next step, we are going to be matching these sides right here correctly to the bottom, to the center. Now, as you can see, for this, we have the yellow facing up, the blue, and this one matches. This one doesn't match, this one matches, and this one doesn't match. So you have two that match and two that don't. Now, to do this, we are going to face it for the two that do match out. So they're both facing like this, and we have the not matching facing away and towards you. Now, here's the pattern to get the sides to match and in their correct spots to match the center. Do this pattern. Right, up, top to the left. Right, down, top to the left. Right, up, top, twice to the left. And right, back down. Now, you're going to match these up to the center. Now, as you can see, I still have the same thing, so you might want to repeat it one more time. Right, up, top to the left. Right, down, top to the left. Right, up, top to the left twice. And bring the right back down. Now try to match this up again. Now I have the orange matched up, the blue matched up, the green and the red don't match up. Now this is totally okay because this is the next part. This is good. So we have the orange and the blue matched up. You are going to hold it. I'm going to put my fingers on the correct ones exactly like this. So you are going to put them to the right. So one facing away and one facing to the right. And you are going to repeat that pattern. Right, up, top to the left. Right, down, top to the left. Right, up, top twice. And bring the right back down. And now match this up. And there you go. Now you should have all your centers in the correct sections with the yellow facing up. Step 5.2, match the corners. For this step, you are going to find a corner in the correct spot. This is not right. This is not right. But this one is right. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be the correct way. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to have the same colors. It could be any way. It could be yellow, red, blue. It just has to be in the correct spot. And that's what we are going to be doing. So you are going to find one in the correct spot. If you don't have any in the correct spot, just repeat this pattern on one of your corners. Top to the left, the right, up, top to the right, left, up, top to the left, right, down, top to the right, and the left, down. Now you're going to go back and see if any. So this one should stay the same because you didn't switch this one. Let's see. That's not correct. Not correct. And not correct. So you're going to repeat that pattern on the same corner. Top to the left, right, up, top to the right, left, up, top to the left, right, down, top to the right, left, down. Now you're going to go back and see if they're in the correct corners. We have this one in the correct corner. We have this one in the correct corner. This one is also in the correct corner. It has orange, yellow, blue, orange, yellow, blue. And this one is in the correct corner. And that is step 5.2. Step 5.3, fix the corners. For the last step, you should have all your corners in the correct place. Maybe not correctly done, but they're in the right spot. Now, for this one, you might have, let's say, 3 in the right spot, or maybe even 4 in the right spot, but maybe a little mixed up. You are going to find one like this and just put the rest like that. So if you don't want to hold it like this or like this, you want to have the corner facing the right and the other ones trailing behind. Right, down, bottom to the left, right, up, bottom, back to the right. And you are just going to keep repeating that pattern until it fixes itself. Right, down, bottom to the left, right, up, and bottom back to the right. Now you have this in the correct corner. You might be thinking, wait a second, these are all messed up. That is okay. Once you hold it like this, keep it in the same exact spot. Do not move these bottom ones. You are going to take the top row and just face it so the next corner is ready to go. And repeat the pattern. Right, down, bottom to the left, right, up, bottom to the right. And repeat again. Right, down, bottom to the left, right, up, bottom to the right. Repeat again. Right, down, bottom to the left, right, up, and bottom back to the right. Right, down, bottom to the left, right, up, and bottom back to the right. And congratulations, guys, you have solved a Rubik's Cube. So I got this Rubik's Cube at my very fun Barnes & Noble. I was thinking, hey, you know, that might be fun. I've never tried them before. And I got obsessive. I really wanted to figure out how to do it, but there was no good video. It took me a month to figure this out, and I had to skip through like 10 videos piecing together stuff that made sense. On my whiteboard, I would have all these different ways to do it. It's great to bring places, and I thought, why not give you guys an easy, simple video to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. I mentioned to you guys on my last Instagram post that I can solve a Rubik's Cube without looking, blindfolded. I'm not a crazy magician. This Rubik's Cube actually has different bumps and patterns, so I can feel it with my fingers. So like the orange is all crossed, the blue is all dots. I guess I'll show you guys if you don't believe me. Cannot see anything at all. Like nothing. I can't even open my eyes. It's like really tight. Okay. Mixing it up. More. Look at it. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I think I did it. Okay, let's see. Voila!